Hello and welcome to Toy Vet episode 37. This is a show where I react to upcoming toy releases. I have here a list of upcoming releases or recent releases that I looked at, knew I would want to take a second look at, and instead of taking that second look, I'm taking it here with you, with a few exceptions. In general, I'm going in that frame of mind, having just seen them a little bit. Some of it I may have looked at a little bit more. Let's jump into what we have tonight. Meow Cat Peachy Meow Fluffball Series Plush Blind Box from Kika Goods. Not sure why I have these on here. They're slightly bigger plushies. That one's kind of cool looking at. That looks familiar. I wonder if I saw that one and thought it was interesting, but yeah, I guess from a distance this looks cool. Looking at it here, not that cool. Not really into any of these. Not sure why I had this on my list. Oh, it is a little container that could hold like your headphones or something. That's cool. And like I've talked about many times, I think a bag or something that's actually useful like that is pretty cool, but there's never one that's something I would actually get. It's always very feminine. But I hold out hope that one day there'll be some cool bag or holder or deck box or something that is blind box. That'd be really cool. These come with a little keychain. I mean, they're kind of cute, but they're not even really that cute. I don't really like them. All right, next up. Downy Pranky Paradise Series blind bag. Are these they're only $2.99. It's pretty cheap. $8.97 or $96 for a 32 piece. I guess you only get one per bag. How do I get back to the beginning of the pictures? Oh, we'll just start here. Or here we go. So these are by Strawberry Mosetta. They have the Downy name like some of the Downy things I was into in the past that I almost pulled the trigger on getting. Those were more monster based, more masculine. They weren't super masculine. More masculine than cats, though. Kind of like those figures, these have the large eyes. I ended up not getting those other Downy stuff because of some references in them that I didn't care for. And these I don't really care for, just the way they look in general. They're not really that similar to the cool Downy stuff that I was looking at before. I do like the lightning bolt on this tail and that there's stuff on the tail, and this one looks flocked or fluffy, which is cool. Let's see what we have here. Regular styles. Some of these do look really cool actually, but I think this is I've talked about this before. A lot of these, I don't know if they're Kika Goods makes this or this is probably part of the actual official art, but this art looks way cooler than the actual figures sometimes. That one looks really cool. That one looks really cool. That one looks really cool. These two look really cool. The apple for an eye is cool. Nightingale. Oh, that's this one. Maybe, but its eye doesn't look like that. Oh, it's not it. Okay. $9.4. Each bag is one for $3. Okay. 9.4% for this prize. Hidden is 0.9%. Let's see what they actually look like. Electroplating on that is cool. Okay. That one is cool. One of the really rare ones. I just don't like that they're cats. I don't really like cats, or they're okay as a concept, but I don't want to pet a cat. I'm not into pet cats. Yeah, like this one with the heart on it, or the apple, the question mark. Those are pretty cool. They're decent. Silver electroplating. These are kind of winning me over. I don't think I'm going to actually get any, but they're cooler than I thought. At first I was like, ooh, they're Downy related. Maybe they're cool. First glance, I was like, maybe not. But now they're kind of winning me over. There's a rainbow tail. There's the heart one. That is a cool looking one. Yeah, they're kind of neat. Way cooler than I thought they were going to be. I'm still not that into them though, partially because they're cats. But anyway, moving on. X Toys Gore Chunks by Eric Scarecrow. Available in several options, okay. 1.9 inch figure blind box that includes 14 colorways. Edition size 1 of 1. So you're just getting, there's one of each. That's interesting. 1.9 inch figures unpainted bundle. Includes all 3 designs. Unsigned by artist. Okay. The blind box ones are signed by the artist. 4 inch figures painted. Edition 1 of 1. I guess there's, well, I don't know how many of them there are. Random blind, everything's sold out. I wonder if we can tell us. The random blind boxes were only $7 for a 1 of 1 signed by the artist. That's pretty cool. That's amazing, actually. And there were 2 4-inch painteds, I guess. The raw triple set was only $12. Man, I kind of wish I knew about this. I would have jumped on trying to get a blind box for $7. Really neat. Let's look at the pictures. You got this guy and this guy. So there's a couple different sculpts, colorways. Yeah, man, I wish I had realized that these were $7 for 1 of 1s. Maybe I feel like I did read that when I first looked at this. Should have jumped on it. Missed opportunity. Pretty cool. Eric Scarecrow does some stuff that I'm not really into, but these are neat. And just that the format of the distribution is really cool. I like these interesting distributions. Anyway, next up, Geometric Monster Shimmering Realm Series blind box. You got your rounds, your triangles, and your rectangles. That one's kind of cute. That one's kind of cute. That one's all right. Yeah, that one's kind of cool. Some of them are pretty cool. These ones with the melting stuff on them are neat. Ooh, they're like hiddens with stuff inside them too. That's cool. That one's cool. Yeah, these are pretty neat little guys. Some ones with some neon or glow-in-the-dark stuff going on. Okay, here's what we should have read. This series contains 12 styles, which here they are, right? Including shimmering, pearl, matte, graffiti, and shining coating styles. The shining style also has a glow-in-the-dark effect, so I guess that's the ones with the little beads inside them. Let's see what this says. Okay. So if this is what I think it is, you get like a random figure in a random style. That is really cool. Another cool distribution method. Okay, like maybe this blue is one of the styles. And then the, yeah, because here's the 12 in that shining style, air quotes. Got them in the little homemade claw game or home claw game. Man, Kika Goods went all out with this picture, making a little UFO Photoshop deal. Interesting. Yeah, these are pretty cool. They're kind of neat. I wonder how big they are. $4.50 for one. Okay, here you go. Shimmering style 25, pearl 25, matte 25, graffiti 16.6, shining style 8.3. Okay, here's a little guide. Shimmering, pearl, matte, graffiti, shining. Interesting. I'm actually going to save this. Put this on the interest list. Pretty cool. Not sure I would ever get them. Back when I was researching beans a lot, this would have really piqued my interest, and it kind of does now too, if I ever get into that again. I don't know if they're bean size or what. Probably not, because you can only get one in a pack, but pretty cool figures. Next up, Crayfish Girl Zendio Dawa version by Great Brain X Big Claw X. So I've looked, I don't know if I've looked on the show, but I've looked at this Crayfish Girl before, or some versions of her. This is a cool color scheme one, and I don't know that she's had this exact head when I've looked at her before, with actual crayfish head on her head. Maybe that's where the Big Claw X comes in. Looks really cool. I wonder, I see this has a booth number. Sounds like it's something of a, well, sounds like maybe it would be for a convention or something, but I see you can buy it for $140 here. It's 15 centimeters. Bust out the ruler if I can find it. Sorry for the noises that might be making. So like almost 6 inches. Decent size. Probably be cool bigger, but it's a decent size. 140 is a lot though. Let's look at other Big Claw X stuff. This guy has a crab claw. I guess putting crab claws on things, or he has teeth. This one has teeth on it. Maybe that's his thing, to put crab claws on it. Anyway. Pretty cool. Not worth $140 though. Baby 3 Hug Baby Plush Backpack Blind Box. Okay, this is the same thing I was talking about earlier. Not into this at all, but I think it's cool that's a blind box backpack. And even looks like a decent size backpack. It is. Pretty neat, just the format of that, and like I could use a little backpack, every once in a while. It'd be cool if there was like blind bags, or to get one, I get a blind bag. Like right now I want a tote bag for shopping because plastic bags have been outlawed in my state. So I'd love to have a cool tote bag. So it'd be so cool if there was a full-size tote bag, blind bag product with cool designs. Something like that, Or I'd love to have a little backpack to use every once in a while if it was something masculine, not these doll or plush things that it always is whenever it's bags. I guess women need bags though. Open-minded blind box. Okay, interesting. These fun figures have only one thing on the brain. Each cute character has a clear head so you can see just what they're thinking. Shake them all you want, you'll never change their mind. 6 common, 1 secret. They're animals. So the horse is thinking about a carrot. The lion's thinking about meat, maybe? Let's see. Yeah, like a steak. Bear's thinking about honey. Elephant, peanuts. Lizard, I'm not sure. Cat, fish, and his head is like a fish bowl. Pretty cool. I like translucent toys a lot. Not super into these, but they are kind of cool. Next, Terrarium crab cloche. Terrarium crab cloche. Cloche meaning this thing that covers it. It's 6.3 inches tall. Kind of a good size. $40 is not horrific. It's got a flower in it like Beauty and the Beast. The eye and this part goes in the dark. Is that supposed to be a mouth? Oh yeah, it is. It's got teeth. And there's a bone hand skeleton right there. Oh, the eye is built into the cloche, really? Not really part of the plant, per se? That's strange. Or I guess it's supposed to be pressed up against it, but it's sort of in the form of the cloche, too. It's sticking out right there. Very interesting. I guess that's intentional. It almost seems unintentional, but I guess it's intentional. Like it's ripping out of the cloche. Or it's become part of it. Interesting. Yeah, I guess it has because it's got legs popping out the bottom. How do I get back to the listing? What am I missing here? How do I get back to the listing? I don't know. Interesting. Let's go. Let's look at their other stuff for a second. Yeah, interesting figure. Wait. That's interesting. Big top chomps. Blind box. Interesting. They're funny and cute, but yeah. Oh, they come out of the box like it's a garage. Interesting. Next up. Baby 3, Little Fatty, What Should I Eat Today? Love the name. I don't know. I'd probably put this on here because it's food related, but it doesn't seem that food related, really. Got your fake McDonald's guy, which is kind of cool. An egg shrimp breakfast guy, maybe. A sundae. Elmo. I don't know. I don't know why this is here. Because it's food, I guess. I'm not into it, though. Next up. Mini Cute Bean Little Nurse Series blind bag. Let's read the description a little further. 10 regular designs, 10 surprise designs, and 10 hidden designs. Interesting. Okay, the ratios are regular, 150 of 240. Surprise, 80 of 240. Hidden, 10 of 240. Does that add up to 240? Yes, it does. Let's look at these pictures first. There's a hanging IV, a cotton swab, nurse hat, I guess? Yeah, nurse cap, capsule, thermometer, band-aid, vial, pill. Oh, it's a blood bag. Needle, cotton swab, conical cup. Special colors, aka non-realistic colors. And then hidden style, secret, what that looks like. You get 3 in a pack. Oh, it's a translucent pink, I guess. Spoilers. Or non-translucent. They're pretty cool. I like them. Good idea. I'm going to put them on the list in case I ever am going after beans again. I would definitely consider these. They're definitely way less feminine than a lot of beans. And yeah, they're a good idea. Last but not least, we'll look at the two Instagrams we look at every week. See what's going on with Mech Noise Toys first. I think we looked at this Dark Frankie, or not Dark Frankie, Twin Tyrant last time. Ton of Evangelion stuff here, which I'm not into. And that's it. Why is there so much? Why does this guy come with a missile? I think I've seen that in the anime. I haven't seen the anime, but I think I've seen pictures of a guy with a missile. So nothing to speak of there. Excuse me. Then we'll look at Galaxy People I have queued up here. Let's translate this. Interesting post. Penguin exhibition held in Chigasaki City, Kanagawa Prefecture. 4 artists living in Chigasaki make and sell penguins. Penguin exhibition in Chigasaki will be held in summer 2026. So when I first started following Galaxy People, I remember seeing that they, at one point, were selling a t-shirt of this penguin, and I thought it was really cool. And here it's popping up again. Some kind of exhibition, I guess just of the artwork, maybe of the t-shirt. It'd be really cool if they made a figure of this. It'd be quite different from their style of, all they make is their figures. Their style of figures, not random penguins. I'm just noticing. Here's the next post we're going to look at, which is a new Gon. See the symbol on his chest? Very similar on the penguin. Let's see. Can you not copy these Instagram posts? I'm going to Google Translate it. Image. Let's just try to send it the website. See what happens. No. Okay. Here's what we'll do. Snippet. Copy that. Image. Paste. Galaxy People saw final creator Brian painting focuses on penguins of the galaxy. So I guess it's going to be of his artwork, if this is a correct machine translation here. Interesting. Love to see more of the penguins from him. And then, as we already looked at here, appearing on Monday at the 8th Independence of Fubi Creators Rally, Alien Gon in a Ultraman color scheme. Looks great as usual. I'm not into Ultraman, so I would definitely skip this color scheme. I am into Gon, but yeah, I would skip this due to it being a reference to Ultraman. I believe. I'm sure. Well, Galaxy people will probably come out and say that at some point because I know he's a big fan of Ultraman, based on some of the other stuff he said. But great looking figure, but I'm not into Ultraman. Yeah, so that is it for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.